What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Josh Fan, covering your Kansas City Chiefs for ShowMeFootball.com and ArrowheadAddict.com. And I'm here for a breaking news video. It is the middle of the night right now. It is currently 3 a.m. where I'm at, but you guys are here. You're on this video because Dallas police are currently searching for Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice after a major accident in the Dallas area. At the time of making this video, the police are reporting to the Dallas Morning News, which is where I'm reading this report from. The police are saying one of the vehicles that was at the scene was registered to Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice, yet he is not there on the scene. So it appears possible that Rashee Rice was involved in this accident and fled the scene. Now, this is a fluid situation, and by the time you watch this video, things may have changed and we may have more information to go off of, but what we know right now is there was a major car accident on the highway in downtown Dallas. One of the vehicles involved in the accident belongs to Rashee Rice, and the police are searching for Rashee Rice. We currently do not know his whereabouts. I've also seen mixed reports on what happened to the other driver involved in this accident, whether they were taken to the hospital. The Dallas Morning News report says that there are no injuries currently being reported. However, a Twitter user by the name of Braden Turner, who a lot of you may know, he's very prominent in Chiefs Twitter, found a clip from a Dallas area news station in which the reporter states in the video that one person was taken to the hospital involved in this accident. Now, what's interesting to me about this is a poster on Reddit under the Pardon My Take subreddit, which, if you guys don't know what Pardon My Take is, it is a sports talk show. But anyway, they have a subreddit, and an anonymous poster on this subreddit about an hour before the Dallas Morning News story dropped said, "Word is Rashee Rice was racing a Corvette in Dallas and wrecked into a Lamborghini, then ran from the scene. Left his ID and jersey in the car. Other driver went to the hospital." So this anonymous post needs to be taken with a grain of salt. I need to emphasize that because this is not being reported as fact. But this poster did post this on the subreddit well before that Dallas Morning News report came out about Rashee Rice. So that is two different people now who apparently know about the situation that are saying that there was someone that was injured and taken to the hospital from this accident. Now, I should also clarify that taken to the hospital can mean a multitude of different things. Taken to the hospital could simply mean that someone had a couple cuts and scrapes and they were offered to be taken to the hospital for medical evaluation, but it's nothing more than some bruises or whatever. Taken to the hospital could also mean that this person's in critical condition. We don't know. Taken to the hospital is a very vague term. It can mean a lot of different things. But before I continue, let me just real quick read this excerpt from the Dallas Morning News article posted by Kelly Smith and RJ Coyle at 1:10 a.m. Central Time. Police are looking for Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice in connection with a major accident Saturday evening in northeast Dallas, law enforcement officials confirmed to the Dallas Morning News. A vehicle believed to be registered or leased to Rashee Rice was involved in a crash on North Central Expressway at about 6:20 p.m. Officials told the news. The law enforcement officials said that police are looking for Rice, and a police call sheet obtained by the news confirmed that law enforcement officials were searching for him in connection with the accident. His alleged involvement in the crash is unclear. A Dallas police spokesperson did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Now, let's talk about Rashee Rice and what potentially is going on here. So, this is my personal belief, but if you're someone that is holding out hope that Rashee Rice wasn't involved in this or is in the clear, I wouldn't hold my breath there, just because if this was a scenario in which Rashee Rice's vehicle that was registered to him was at the scene of the accident, but it wasn't him driving the car, I feel like it would have been a fairly easy process to track him down or show up at his address and be like, oh, yeah, he's here. It wasn't him driving it. And he could have come out and said, you know, this isn't me. I had a relative or something, or my car was stolen. So the fact that it's even being reported at all that the police are searching for him leads me to believe that Rashee Rice was involved in this and fled the scene of the accident. And I could be totally wrong, and we have a different answer to this by the time you guys are watching this video, or by the time you guys wake up in the morning, but just the way I see it, it feels like it would be pretty miraculous if Rashee Rice was somehow not involved in all of this. And if that Reddit post has any bit of truth to it, that his ID was left in the car, I feel like that's some pretty damning evidence that Rashee Rice was the driver. And if Rashee Rice was the driver, and the other person in the accident was seriously injured, or even passes away from their injuries, then we're looking at a completely different situation here. It feels like, at this point, best case scenario, Rashee Rice was a effing idiot and narrowly avoided killing someone. And that also makes you wonder why he felt the need to flee the scene, if that is what happened. I need to be clear that none of this is matter of fact yet, but you can't flee the scene of an accident. That right there is another charge added on top of whatever else is to come out of this. Again, if Rashee Rice was the one driving the car, that's a huge deal. Why'd you flee the scene of the accident? Did he flee the scene of the accident because he thought he killed the other person? Did he flee the scene of the accident because he had drank some alcohol and he feared that he would pop positive on a breathalyzer test? There's a ton of different possibilities that could have happened here, but right now, what we know is that Rashee Rice's car was found at the scene of a major accident on a highway where he was apparently racing another car, and it just got out of hand, and he may have fled the scene, and police are still currently looking for him. Regardless of what the end result of this is, though, not a situation that you want. Any news at this point of the offseason is most likely bad news, and it's just another Kansas City Chiefs offseason where someone's getting in trouble, and you just hate to have this happen, especially for a dude like Rashee Rice, who is only 23 years old. He has his entire career ahead of him. He just had a fantastic rookie season. He was a second-round pick not even a year ago, led the team in receiving, played a crucial role in the Chiefs' Super Bowl victory, and was the team's number one option in the postseason at wide receiver. And he was slated to be the team's number one option at wide receiver next year in 2024 as the team looks to rebuild their wide receiver core. And now we don't know what his future on the team looks like. That all hinges now on what happened at this accident and if there's any serious injuries or even fatalities for that matter. Of course, you hope everyone involved is okay, including Rashee Rice, because, it's pretty dangerous when you don't know where someone is, especially after an event like this. But at the same time, we're all looking at this as Kansas City Chiefs fans, and you have to wonder what this means now for Rashee Rice's status on the team, what the Kansas City Chiefs do the rest of the offseason, what they do at wide receiver, because this is almost reminiscent of what happened with Tyreek Hill a few years ago when he had all that stuff going down in the background in 2018, and then the Kansas City Chiefs went out and drafted Mecole Hardman. Is this another scenario like that where now wide receiver becomes a must in round one, or the Chiefs go out and sign another veteran because they feel like they have to? But it's just not good. It's the absolute last thing this organization needed, especially at that position too, because that was their biggest weakness in 2023, and you thought that they were finally building something there, and now we don't know what's going to happen with Rashee Rice. But yeah, guys, that's really all the information we have to this point on what is happening with Rashee Rice as the police try to locate him. But this is not the kind of news you wanted. This isn't what Chiefs fans wanted to wake up to on Easter morning. But yeah, guys, that's why I'm here. I'm here to cover the news for you and make videos at 3 a.m. so you can stay updated on everything Chiefs. But I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Like I said, there might be a lot more to this story by the time you guys are watching this, but I'll definitely have more coverage on this as things progress and we start to get more details. But with all that being said, I'm going to end it there. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. And make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Go Chiefs.